Selamat datang di masa depan Indonesia.
With the presence of Ibu Kota Nusantara, all the local human resource can be given more attention, given more opportunity to shine out brighter and to represent these provinces in nationally or even globally.
Pemindahan IKN itu untuk kepentingan ekonomi, kepentingan pemerataan, kepentingan keadilan, dan ini kita akan menunjukkan kepada dunia bahwa putra-putri terbaik bangsa mampu membuat ibu kota yang direncanakan sejak awal.
Sebelum IKN, masyarakat sini masih mata pencahariannya mungkin bertani. Sekarang mata pencaharian mungkin bisa berapa kali lipatnya. Dengan usaha tani juga ada kontrakan, ada kos-kosan. IKN harapannya 10 tahun yang akan datang ya lebih signifikan karena sudah jadi pusat ibu kota.
The development of infrastructure and the economy, which tends to be concentrated mainly in Jakarta, in Java Island, in general, has resulted in disparities across all aspects. A clear example of this disparity is the uneven population's density, as well as social and economic gaps. The 2024 data from the Central Statistics Agency reveals that out of Indonesia's total populations of 281 million, 55.7% is concentrated on the island of Java, while the population's distributions on Sumatra stands at 21.8%, Bali and Nusa Tenggara 5.5%, Kalimantan 6.2%, Sulawesi 7.3%, Maluku and Papua 3.2%. Referring to the National Medium-Term Development Plan, or RPJMN 2045, Indonesia has a strong commitment to becoming one of the top 5 economic power countries in the world, with a gross domestic income per capita of $23,119, all ranked among high-income countries. Until now, Jakarta remains the national epicenter in terms of government, politics, economy, technology, and culture. However, Jakarta's locations on the northern coast of Java makes this area prone to land subsidence. Even in several areas of Jakarta, particularly in the northern part, the land has sunk below sea level, resulting in frequent flooding or rop. Additionally, Jakarta's soil structure is composed of alluvial soil or deposits formed thousands of years ago. Based on a report from the Indonesian Academy of Sciences, the coastal area of North Jakarta experiences land subsidence of up to 2.5 centimeters each year. This means that by 2050, the land surface in Jakarta, particularly in the northern part, will have sunk at least 75 centimeters over the next 30 years, equivalent to the height of an adult's foot. The burden of Jakarta is felt to be increasingly heavy, with traffic conditions experiencing daily congestions. In addition, various other social issues faced by the residents of Jakarta have made the problems in the city even more complex.
Revolusi Indonesia ini bukan revolusi Soekarno, tetapi
The Indonesian government has repeatedly planned to relocate the national capital outside of Jakarta with the aim of reducing the burden on the complex city of Jakarta. On July 17, 1957, President Sukarno initiated the plan to relocate the national capital from Jakarta to Palangkaraya, Central Kalimantan Province. The main reason is that the city of Palangkaraya, located on the island of Kalimantan, has a vast area and is positioned in a safe zone as it is not located on an active earthquake fault line. Kalimantan is not without earthquake potential, but its level of seismic activity is relatively low compared to other islands in Indonesia. This is due to several factors, including fewer active fault lines, its locations far from plate collision zones or megathrust, shorter active fault lines, and the absence of active volcanoes. However, the idea proposed during President Sukarno's era never came to fruition. During the New Order era, President Suharto also planned to relocate the capital city to Jonggol, Bogor, West Java. The discourse of relocating the capital city during Pak Harto's administrations resurfaced due to the frequent traffic congestions and flooding that plagued Jakarta. The discourse on the relocations of the capital city was finally realized during the leadership of President Joko Widodo. With the approval of nearly 93% of factions in the People's Representatives Council or DPR during the plenary sessions on August 16, 2019, President Joko Widodo made the decisions to relocate the capital city to East Kalimantan. The decisions to relocate the capital city to East Kalimantan was announced by the 7th President of the Republic of Indonesia in a press conference at the State Palace on August 26, 2019.
Meminta izin dan dukungan dari Bapak Ibu, anggota Dewan yang terhormat, para sesepuh dan para tokoh bangsa, terutama dari seluruh rakyat Indonesia. Dengan ini saya mohon izin untuk memindahkan ibu kota negara kita ke Pulau Kalimantan. Selamat datang di masa depan Indonesia.
The transfer of the capital city is regulated under Law Number 21 of 2023, the revisions of the previous Law Number 23 of 2022. Law Number 21 of 2023 specifies that the designated locations for the new capital city is located in part of the territory of two districts, namely Penajam Pasar Utara or PPU and Kutai Kartanegara or Kukar, East Kalimantan Province. The new capital city is named Nusantara. The coverage area of the capital city of Nusantara consists of both land and sea areas. The land area spans more than 256,000 hectares, while the sea area covers nearly 70,000 hectares. The land area of the capital city of Nusantara is divided into two zones, namely the central government core area with an area of 56,159 hectares and the development zone of the capital city of Nusantara with an area of 196,501 hectares.
The constructions of Ibu Kota Nusantara mainly focus on sustainability. And with the presence of Ibu Kota Nusantara, Indonesia hopes to get a better economic growth and boosting the economic growth even better. And hopefully we will achieve a better future of Indonesia.
World City for All. This vision seems too ambitious for Indonesia at the moment, as it requires infrastructure with international standards to realize it, especially since IKN is located in a newly developed area. The concept of World City for All priorities advanced technology integrated into various aspects of society's life, including government sectors, transportations and mobility, lifestyle, natural resources and energy, industry and human resources, as well as environmental development and infrastructure sectors, and innovative solutions to improve the quality of urban life in the coming future.
Saya tadi diskusi dengan parlemen, pesannya adalah supaya kota ini menjadi livable city, itu tidak hanya prasarana kantor atau hunian, tapi juga ekosistemnya. Ada restoran, ada hiburan, itu jadi supaya dihidupkan.
When technology becomes the lifeblood of society's future in the capital city of Nusantara, it can be ensured that the economy will continue to grow, driving sustainable development with an environmental perspective. IKN will become a new economic hub. The economic epicenter, which was once confined to Java Island, will now expand beyond Java, both in terms of development spread and infrastructure investment. Designed as a smart city based on modern technology, the new capital city of Nusantara has the potential to become a center of innovations and a magnet for investors.
IKN itu dipindahkan dengan sebuah visi, ya kan? Visi kota dunia untuk semua. Kemudian ada tujuan, ada 3 tujuan. Yang pertama, kota dunia yang berkelanjutan. Terus yang kedua, dikatakan juga simbol identitas nasional. Dan yang ketiga, pusat pertumbuhan ekonomi baru. Kan masih banyak orang salah kaprah nih. Dia mengira pemindahan ibu kota itu hanya pemindahan tok dari kota Jakarta ke sebagian Penajam Pasir Utara atau ke Sepaku dan sebagian Kota Kartanegara. Akan tetapi itu sebenarnya pemindahan pemerataan, ya, pemerataan ekonomi. Ya kan, ini ada ketimpangan antara Jawa dengan di luar Jawa. Ketimpangan penduduk Jawa dan Sumatera kalau digabungkan sekitar 80%, sementara Kalimantan cuma 6%. Terus menjadi trigger untuk pembangunan infrastruktur, kemudian interkoneksi, kemudian untuk perbaikan hutan. Nah, ini yang jadi perbaikan ekologi sebenarnya.
Building a new capital city certainly requires a significant amount of time. The government has set 5 stages of development, starting with the initial relocations phase in 2022 and aiming to establish the reputations of Nusantara as a global city by 2045. At least a budget of 466 trillion rupiah is needed for the cost of relocating the capital city. The financing scheme has also been designed to avoid burdening the state. The funding sources for Nusantara's capital city come from the state budget, state-owned enterprises, public-private partnerships, as well as purely private sectors. In addition to the immense funding requirements, there are several other challenges that must be overcome in realizing Nusantara as the new capital city. It cannot be denied the development of Nusantara is the largest strategic project in the history of Indonesia.
Saya selalu sampaikan ke orang bahwa IKN itu bukan untuk merusak lingkungan, untuk memperbaiki lingkungan. Pernah satu kali ada di koran yang menyatakan, oh ini pembangkit listrik tenaga surya merusak lingkungan, merusak hutan. Saya langsung berkunjung ke sana, saya lihat itu bekas hutan tanaman industri, ya kan? Dan itu sekarang alhamdulillah sudah sekitar 50 megawatt untuk energi baru terbarukan untuk pembangkit listrik tenaga surya. Mengenai SDM ini sebenarnya tantangan bagi kita, ya kan? Kita ya jadi jangan langsung menuntut saja. Saya butuh orang Kaltim, harus mempersiapkan orang itu. Tapi pastilah kalau kita mempersiapkan diri baik dengan bantuan sendiri, perguruan tinggi maupun pemerintah, otomatis akan orang yang paling awal akan dipilih orang kita. Cara menyelamatkan Jakarta, Jawa adalah dengan memindahkan IKN karena sekaligus memperbaiki Indonesia Barat dan membangun Indonesia Timur. Saya mengingatkan baik pemerintah bahwa insya Allah saya meyakini IKN itu bukan merugikan atau buang uang, tidak ada sama sekali itu. Ini memperbaiki uang. Kalimantan Timur, Indonesia, khususnya Indonesia Timur, itu tidak akan pernah terbangun infrastrukturnya, interkoneksi tidak akan terbangun tanpa itu.
Although slightly delayed, the relocations of the national capital to Nusantara marks a new chapter in Indonesia's civilization. Amid various challenges, the government is striving to incorporate all elements and concepts that represent the urban issues of the future.
Indonesia is not the only country that relocates its capital city. A few other countries have relocated their capital cities like Niger, Pakistan, Malaysia. But despite many challenges they face, they also succeeded to finally move their capital city.
Masa depan kita dimulai dari sini. Selamat datang di Ibu Kota Nusantara. Di sini kita dapat berkumpul.
With the vision and principles of the development of the new capital city of Nusantara, which aims to create a modern, inclusive, and sustainable city, the relocations of the national capital to East Kalimantan is needed, intended for all layers of Indonesian society. From what was previously perceived as being more enjoyed by the people on Java Island or a Java-centric approach, the gradual transformations of Indonesia's development is soon to be realized. The first stage of the development of Nusantara capital city has been completed in 2024, or after the end of the 7th presidential term of the Republic of Indonesia, Joko Widodo. However, the journey of Nusantara capital city is still long. This change in leadership even raised public concerns. Will this mega project worth hundreds of trillions continue or otherwise?
The constructions of Ibu Kota Nusantara was divided into 5 phases. The constructions was began in 2022, and the target of completion of this Ibu Kota Nusantara will be in 2045, and currently the constructions is still undergoing.
President Prabowo Subianto is committed to continuing the development of the new capital city of Nusantara. This commitment has been consistently expressed by the head of state on every occasion, both at national and international events.
Ya, saya kira kita semua merasakan ya suasana yang begini baik begitu. Saya juga dari tadi malam. Jadi ya memang pembangunan ini berjalan dan harus terus. Kalau bisa kita percepat ya kalau bisa, tapi tentunya nanti pakar-pakar ya harus semua dikerahkan, semua kemampuan kita. Kalau saya optimis, saya lihat ya pasti kita selesaikan. Dan ya walaupun memang rencana garis besarnya kalau tidak salah belasan tahun ya, atau kalau tidak salah pernah disebut berapa puluh tahun kan, sebagaimana ibu kota negara lain kan juga sangat panjang. Kita juga tidak boleh memaksakan, tapi kalau saya optimis ya dalam 5 tahun saya kira sudah berfungsi dengan sangat baik.
A new policy has been implemented by President Prabowo Subianto, adapting to the fiscal conditions and work programs that also reflect the political promises made by the 8th President of the Republic of Indonesia. Therefore, development will be focused on governmental areas first. This government center includes executive, legislative, and judicial branches. For President Prabowo Subianto, Nusantara capital city is the political capital. So within 4 years, the two other trias political buildings, which are the judicial and legislative, can be completed. President Prabowo Subianto hopes that a plenary sessions of the MPR and DPR can be held in Nusantara capital city by August 2028.
Beliau sudah men-state kan, 2028 sudah harus menjadi ibu kota politik. Nah, kalau beliau mau tanda tangan, kapanpun akan tanda tangan. Tapi yang penting itu, dan kita ikuti dengan kesian. Kalau sudah di superpres tapi belum siap, ya percuma.
The presence of the new capital city of Nusantara is essentially a legacy for the next generations of Indonesians. This new capital city has been created as a smart, green, beautiful, sustainable, modern city with international standards. In addition, with efficient and effective governance, it is expected that IKN will drive economic equality in the eastern region, as well as be a symbol of the nation's identity.
As a youth from East Kalimantan, we really hope that the development of Ibu Kota Nusantara can create opportunity, especially in terms of the employment, because every time we talk about employment opportunities, we hope that there is a transformations to give us that chance, especially in enhancing the human resource in East Kalimantan itself. With the presence of Ibu Kota Nusantara, all the local human resource can be given more attention, given more opportunity to shine out brighter and to represent these provinces in nationally or even globally. I really hope that our forests, our environmental will keep on be sustaining. Before Ibu Kota Nusantara, we have this beautiful home we call as the forest home, and now it turns into the future city with the concept of sustainability in enhancing the local economic, but without forgetting that the local culture is also important.
Not only proud of the transformations of the country's capital city, the nation's next generations is also expected to be ready to face bigger global challenges, particularly in realizing the ambitions of becoming a developed country through economic transformation with the new capital of Nusantara.
Mari kita membangun Ibu Kota Nusantara bersama-sama melalui inovasi dan kreativitas kita.